Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for Master Division with various wind, giving you my best advice on how to attack this course and the holes that we are playing. Before we have a closer look at all the content, if you do enjoy the free content that I do provide here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. For those of you that are looking for more free content, you can go to goldclashtommy.com where we have loads more as well. But those players that are looking to step up even more than that, then you can scan the QR code or you use the link patreon.com/goldclashtommy. You can find in the description down below. There you can go to our platform where we do have our premium guides. There we help thousands of players every single season in Gold Clash to have more fun and improve their game at the same time. Checkpoint challenge, tour play, tournament play, we have something for everyone, so check it out. Last but not least, if you want to follow along a little bit easier in this playthrough with the shots that I'm taking, then you can use the information in the info box there on the right hand side. Club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, also what ball and club type I suggest you to play with. Those are just suggestions though, so you don't have to follow it if you don't want to, but there's always a plan behind it. So let's go to hole number 1. On hole number 1, we're gonna start with a power 3 ball, preferably with a power 3 side spin 1 wind 5. And we're going to set our target at min line, use the sniper or any other wood club that do not have the full power to find min line ball guideline through hole. And then I'm swapping to a P2 ball or lower. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm not sure if there is an angle that might pull us into min club if we're sticking with the P3 ball. So you can see the lamp there in the distance. That's the angle where it's gonna call for no tweaks whatsoever here. I am a little bit outside of that, which is also the reason why I'm dropping it on the right side of the hole. Adjust this 1-to-1 plus 0.5 and getting it dropped nicely for an hole in 1. Get our guide on patreon.com/goldclashtommy for pro expert and master for the fall major. On the drive, stretch out to absolute max with rock, white ring by the rough line. Once we have found that, we swap to apocalypse and sniper bag. 6 top spin, 2 left spin. We're making an adjustment that is max plus 10 P3. For Apop 5 users, once you have adjusted, you push up 0.2 rings to compensate for the lesser top spin. Max overpower with a completely slow needle, and you can see that the transparent line go by the edge of the triangle. That's the spot that I'm looking for in terms of curl. Try to hit perfect, and the ball now will roll down to approximately 400 yards. On the second shot, we're gonna do a rough bump playing into a funnel, and here the top spin will slightly vary from +7 and +6. We're going to use, as you can see here on the screen, we're gonna use approximately 0.3 top spin, and I'm gonna do some minor suggestions when it comes to the top spin based on plus yardage. But the important part is that we're gonna have 2 left spin, ball guideline to enter into the bright green square row with the ball guideline to hold being into the slight sticky spot. Now we're going to make an adjustment here. Our base is going, let me see so I can give you the right number. The base is 100% slider with a 10% elevation P3 number, so 1-to-1 plus 1 is our base from +10. Then we're adding or subtracting 0.1 for every 2 yards. This is the neutral angle. We're not doing anything here. We are going to do some minor underpower if we do have more tailwind, as the ball will then come in with more speed and miss right if we're not compensating with underpower. Start with your Apocalypse in NMT with a power 2 ball. Then we're applying 5.5 top spin and 2 left spin. This is a little bit too heavy on the top spin in my opinion. should be 1 click less than that. But 5.5 top spin, 2 left spin is what I'm looking for. Now, on the ball selection, I'm using a P3 ball. This to allow myself to have a possibility to have a short drive, even though the short drive has not happened yet. But I mean, if we do some mistake, that might come into play, and therefore I want to have a couple of extra yardage to for my check on the approach. Adjust max plus 10 P3, and I'm pushing my rings to avoid having the trees in my way when I'm pulling. Ball is just rolling down the center nicely. We're looking to be approximately 335 yards. On the second shot, we either play with Falcon or we play with Thorn. I do recommend the Falcon personally because it is in the end a better club. That's why I'm using the Falcon. But I've tested it with Thorn as well, as we do normally nowadays, just to allow people to play with the short iron they do prefer. We do a rough line check where the rough meets the fairway in line with pin. And then I'm doing no spin. Base is +2. +2 is 58% slider, 10% elevation, P3 numbers. Adding or subtracting 0.1 for every yard with Falcon. Adding or subtracting 0.1 for every 2 yards with Thorn. The difference in with Thorn and Falcon in terms of aim point is that Falcon is going to aim in with the ball guideline into the hole. With Thorn, it's going to be 0.2 green squares short of hole. This to compensate for the lesser ball guideline on the Thorn 9. Getting a nice little eagle here on hole number 3. Get our guide on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. On hole number 4, I'm going to start with a power 4 side spin 4 ball incomplete minimum distance. It doesn't matter if it is a wind 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the P4 ball. It's just important to do that to find min line, 4 left spin and 3.2 backspin, which is 3 clicks off the 3 backspin. Then we're swapping to any power 0 to power 3 side spin 3. Important with side spin 3. Why? It's because with the side spin 3 we automatically then remove 1 bar of left spin, because that is needed to otherwise not have to miss left all the time. Sure, we could use the 4 left spin and pull a lot less, but then we're gonna have problems with the backspin and might clip the rough with the second bounce. So this is a simple way. If you pin the balls correct, it doesn't take much time, and you get yourself a nice spot where a single great left is going to be safe as well, which was my goal here, to not have a single great left to miss the rough as well. So adjust is 1 to 1 minus 0.5. So for whatever wind you get, you remove 0.5 to that. And this is the neutral angle, which is the angle we're not going to do any clicks or golf curl whatsoever. Take your game to the next level with our Ultimate Tournament Text Guide for Expert and the Master Division for the Prosperous Skies Tournament. A full 9 of the beautiful Yongsan Gardens, probably one of the most beautiful scenes that we do have in the game, or at least that's what I can come up with at the moment. We are doing Ultimate Tournament Text Guides, the best guides on the market, where we give you information on how to play the holes with what landing positions, what spins, and what adjustment for all the wind directions that you do have in Expert and in Master Division. We do provide for qualifying round, opening round, and the weekend round, and you can play with free-to-play ball alternatives or with pay ball alternatives, or you can mix. So regardless what type of tournament player you are, if you do want to take your tournament game a little bit more serious than what you might do today and improve your game, then you scan the QR code here on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. If you do want to see an example of how a guide is looking, you can always reach out to our support at support@golfclashtommy.com, and we can help you out, send you an older copy so you can see what you are purchasing. The way to purchase is, the cheapest way to purchase is to sign up on an annual plan. The second cheapest before that is the 30-day commitment, and then last but not least, you can also sign up with a one-time purchase if you do want to have a guide for this tournament, and that's it. and you can sign up for a one-time purchase as well. Many different options, and you can find them all on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. This is option number 1 on hole and number 5. I have no doubt that there will be hole-in-ones with this shot here. Red ring, you can see them stretching out to be on the pad with the red ring there by the what is called island with the ball guideline to hole. And this angle is the good angle, which is going to be the one with less OP. Because what we're gonna do is that we're gonna adjust. Let me give you the exact numbers. We're going to play this one max plus a 10p4 is what we're gonna do, and we are going to push up to max always, and in this angle we're gonna be just before circle drop, and in the other angle, which is a more crosswind, we're going to be just after circle break curl. Obviously speed here is gonna be impossible sometimes to not come in too hot, but I'm actually a little bit unlucky here to hit the pin and not get it to drop. And so in the end we're getting on green, super simple. I've been hitting great left and great right, single greats, still clipped the rough and rolled out for a putt. For those of you who do not have the possibility to play with the ball here on the screen, then I would recommend to check out the simple Lumi layup. Get our guide on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. On the drive on hole number 6, we're gonna start at max P2 line with the white ring to the right by the rough line, with the rock swapping to a pock and sniper bag to right 5.8 topspin. So this is a drive that you can play with a pock 5+ without any additional tweaks for the lower level snipers. Once we have adjusted, we're going with max overpower with a slow needle. What we need to have in mind here, that if you do have a great right, you might get a glitch roll up to around 410, where perfect drives has been super solid to around 400 yards. We want the dead bounces. If you do happen to get a glitch roll, we do have a backup note for that listed once the guide is done and published. On the second shot, we are going to use our landing positions plus yardage. We're using 2 backspin, 2 left spin, leaving the tip of the ball guideline 2 green squares short of pin. Be very focused on having the ball guideline to point straight at the pin, or in whatever way you read that as. This is going to be the blue zone in terms of the wind angle tweaks, and what we're gonna do here is first to make an adjustment. Here it's going to be from +2. We're playing 62% slider with a 10% elevation, P3 numbers, adding or subtracting 0.1 for every 2 yards. Then we're doing circle break on the power, and in the neutral angle, this one here, we're not doing any tweaks extra than that. It bounces nicely on the fairway twice up towards the green, rolling then center with a perfect speed for an albatross here on hole number 6. On the drive here on hole number 7, we're gonna play on the left hand side to allow us to have a more or less a straight headwind on the approach. A blue ring by the rough line at max P2 with quarterback, that is +10. Then swapping to a pock, and then either Falcon or Thorn, depending on what short iron you prefer to play with. 5.8 topspin and 1 left spin. The reason we're using the left spin is to keep ourselves into pin check range every time. Adjust max +10 P4 and then center the ball and hit perfect. And as always, when it comes to playing with precision balls like this, there is no need for a precision ball, because I mean, it's a simple drive, it's a simple second shot. There's no risks if you hit great, more than obviously if you hit great on approach, you're gonna miss the hole for the eagle. On the second shot, we're gonna play a pin check, and you can see me using the Falcon
and the Falcon is my preferred choice, but again, it's tested with Thorn as well, so the number for Thorn is accurate. Half a backspin, one right spin, ball guideline into the hole, and that is with both clubs. We do not make any difference of the Falcon and the Thorn when it comes to the landing spot this time. Adjustment here now is from +2 pin check. We play 64% slider with no elevation, P3 numbers, and that is for Falcon 8 and Thorn 9. Falcon 7 do play 68% slider instead. Falcon add 0.1 for every yard, Thorn add 0.1 for every 2 yards. And a perfect ball should have a very high drop rate. Get the best guides on the market by signing up on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. On the drive, we are going to look at two things mainly, and that is to have the yellow ring to be by the rough line, but also I'm using the leaves with my blue ring, as you can see there on the picture, and then ball guideline into the rough before spin has been applied. So choose whatever reference works best for you. It is hard to see with the yellow ring and the rough line sometimes, especially when the rough kind of blends in together with the fairway. 3 left, 4 top spin, then I'm adjusting, paying close attention to how much I adjust into overpower, and then I shall be using 1.5 ball of left curl together with what OP I adjust into. Have in mind that once you have made your adjustment with a P2 ball, you can swap to a P3 ball for a slower needle completely. I decided to stick with the P2 ball here, as that's what I practice it with. And another tip when it comes to the overpower, rather use less than more. So if you are uncertain about if you're using 1.5 or 2 or 1, then I would do a little bit less than what you think. That would be my advice when it comes to the overpower. So again, you can stick with a P2 ball, then you will always have a shaky needle. Then precision ball is obviously recommended, but as using P3 or even P4 ball, then you will have a slow needle all the time, and then the precision is not really that necessary. On the second shot, we're gonna use our sniper. Here we're using 3 right spin and we're also using 1 back spin. Important here now to leave the tip of the ball guideline 1 green square short of pin, or let's say like this, by the divide of the bright and the dark green square row. This is a zone where we're gonna do no tweaks whatsoever. You see the flag there in the distance, everything right of that flag, we're not gonna do anything. If we do have left of that flag, we are going to tweak by using overpower, just because with more headwind, the ball guideline will lose momentum and speed and will then drop right, or like not drop, but will miss right if then not tweaking anything for it. Now, the second shot adjustment as well will pen somewhere between 9.5 rings up to 11 rings. And the thing is here that I decided to always pull twice over bullseye, and that's something you have to do even if it is less than 10 rings, which is not ultimate, I understand that, but we need to do the same type of pull technique, otherwise it's going to create a difference in the outcome of this shot. And again, you don't have to play with a P2 ball here, you can play with any ball that is P2 plus, side spin 3 or better, and wind 5. Get our guides on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. Tough par 3 when you do have the bunker in play like that. What we're gonna do is start with P4 min line, 3.6 top spin and 1 right spin, and pack the sniper to easier find min line, ball guideline through the hole, and then you swap into any power 0 to power 2 ball, and you shall adjust now minimum distance minus 5% elevation, P1 numbers, and this is the yellow angle, which is going to be circle break under power and 1 extra click. So we're going to use under power here to compensate all the way through, because the speed is the difficult part here, and under power helps with that. This circle break, and I'm adding 1 extra click. Perfect ball it is, and it bounces into the sand, rolls up, comes in with a good speed, right a pin for a lovely hole-in-one here on hole number 9. Get our guides on patreon.com/golfclashtommy.
Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this playthrough for Master Division with Various Wind for this tournament. I'm giving you my best advice on how to crush all the holes. If you do look for more content, you can find more free content on our website, golfclashtommy.com, or just browse the YouTube channel a little bit more. But for those of you that are looking to take that little extra step, then you go and search for our premium guides. You can get to the platform by scanning the QR code, or you use the link in the description down below called patreon.com/golfclashtommy. Join the largest guide community on the market for premium guides, and that is us. And we would like to offer you our help to improve your game. So sign up to any of our packages, try for yourself, and see how we will improve and make you have more fun with the game of Golf Clash. Thank you so much once again for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your Golf Clash game.